Hey guys, it's Species Sims, and we are back with another build for the My Little Pony LP update. This time we are back with Pinkie Pie. So Pinkie Pie will be living in her shop. I did have to put her as living in the lot next door, but she will be maintaining residence in her store. That is what we are doing. We're just adding her a little basement apartment. I was going to add it upstairs, but I kind of wanted to keep the structure of her like building the same without adding like a second floor. Although, I mean, I guess it would have worked. But yeah, so I just made it into a basement just to be a little bit different than my other ones. I mean, it was really only Rarity that I did the, thing for. But yeah, so I was just kind of working on like how and where I was going to put the stairs without changing too much. So I was kind of trying to figure out where I was going to put that baker's rack. I was going to put that little fence. I end up actually... Oh, look there, I put the ice cream maker in. Woo, I knew we did that. Yeah, so, and I was kind of trying to do this, and I was originally going to have the stairs here and put the bathroom in that little area off to... Well, now it's at the left. And... then I was like, ooh, I want to build a pool in the basement. That'll be fun. And actually, I end up moving the stairs because I really didn't like the fact that it kind of changed the layout of the shop, So, like, it just didn't fit right because I had to move that baker's rack, and everything was kind of laid out pretty symmetrical in there. So I do end up moving them. Plus, it was like they're kind of blocking the stairs. So yeah, you'll see. I do that in a minute. And right here, what I'm doing is just putting like those awesome fountains. I love them. At the end of the pool, so it just makes it really cool pool. And I have that window area in the back, and I kind of just walled that off because like when you put windows in a basement, it still functions as a window, and it's like, hey, it lets light in, but like it looks weird because we're staring out into the void of nothing. So I kind of just added that as like, kind of a decorative wall kind of like atrium area. I don't know, whatever. So yeah. And I'm just messing around. And I do end up changing that a little bit just because I end up making the ceilings. I think I'm messing around with that now. Making them like super tall because I was trying to think like, okay, I'll just put those saucer lights. And then I was like, no. Why am I putting the saucer lights? Spa Day came with amazing chandeliers for tall ceilings, so I was like, tall ceilings it is. So, because I really wanted to use those. I have a feeling Sims are going to be like bashing their faces into them all the time, and it's going to look weird because they kind of hang down like in the way. But we'll find out. They're either not going to be able to get to anything because of the lights, or they're gonna just like walk through them like they normally do, which whatevs. I'm fine with that. So yeah, so I just kind of moved the counters here up a square so I could put like a hidden staircase back behind the counters, and I kind of put that secret window, so it kind of gives the illusion of it's that same wall, even though there's now like a secret staircase back there. Not really totally secret because there's a door. But yeah, so now that we have lockable doors, I will lock that for everyone but Pinkie. Kind of annoying because, if she has friends over, they can never come downstairs. But I don't know if she can invite people over if she's living in a retail shop. Huh. They kind of really need to make it so that you can live in a retail lot, because I think everybody wants that, and they would just really work out better for things like this. And some people actually do legit live above shops and stuff, so I don't know, maybe when we get some kind of like well, no, obviously I was gonna say like some kind of a late night thing, but that's kind of pretty much what that new expansion that's coming out is would be what late night was. But, we had a city, and this time we're getting, like, a European kind of town, which I actually really like the sound of, but kind of like the idea of cities and apartments and stuff like that, because that might give us a little more flexibility in how we, like, if you can have an apartment in a building, like, it would be kind of cool if they made it so you could have, like, a retail lot or You know, my sim could live in an apartment above a bakery in the middle of the city. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. You know, my sim is now going to be, you know, Pinkie Pie here is going to be living in a basement under a bakery, but whatevs. But yeah, so whatever. So yeah, I moved the stairs over. I like that a lot better. So sorry, I have an itch in my ear, so I'm sorry if you can hear funky noises of my headset adjusting. So yeah, which, I mean, this still kind of worked out. I actually like the stairs there better. So, you know, one of those corners is going to be the bathroom, and the other one will be like the little, like, kind of sitting area. I made like a kind of like little kind of cozy book nook, you know, so you got like a little comfy chairs and couches and stuff in there, and, you know, the desk and everything, and then, you know, the TV's a little bit out. You'll see when we get there. Right now I'm just kind of, I figured this front area would be the bedroom, but I didn't want her bedroom to be like in a loft, because, you know, this is going to be like a party space, so I do actually put walls around this bedroom, because I feel like most of them have been kind of loft-like. Actually, I mean, not really. Rainbow Dash's place, they had separate bedrooms. Rarities was kind of more loft-like. I did end up actually changing that, so it will be very different in gameplay than what it is. I reverted the store back to the normal shop, and I actually created Rarity and Sweetie Belle a house based off that upper level. So it looks exactly like the upper level. I think I just changed the angle that it's on, and just made it into an actual house, because I don't know if, you know, with Pinkie Pie, it's going to work out fine. You know, she's the only sim, so she goes home to her, you know, empty lot, and then I bring her here. That's fine. It's one sim that I'm controlling, but I kind of forgot when I was doing Rarities that Sweetie Belle lived with her, which is why I didn't actually build Sweetie Belle a bedroom. I went in and just added one, and then I realized after, like, that's not gonna work, because how is she, like, gonna go to school and come home to an empty lot? She's not gonna come to the, you know, retail lot, so it's gonna be, I think, a little bit too confusing to try to control her and add her. I mean, I guess you really could, but since she's gonna be going to school on her own, and it's not like, hey, I have two sims who are running the shop, and, you know, I can have them come back. So, I didn't want to deal with having, like, forgetting and getting confused and whatnot, so I created them an actual house. I did not do a build for that, because it was pretty much just me converting the loft upstairs, and, you know, I just placed the retail lot again, changed it to residential, deleted the whole first floor, and just moved everything down. So you'll see it in gameplay. I didn't do a build for it, like I said, because it's just pretty much already what I built. I didn't redo anything. I just changed the structure a little bit, I guess, and reverted Rarity's shop. I actually just deleted the upper floors, so the bathrooms still were changed. So the whole first floor kind of pretty much looks like it does in the build now. But yeah. And I actually uploaded Rarity's house, the house that I built, and her shop, the original shop, or the updated actual shop, to the gallery. So both of those are up there now, as opposed to, you know, the shop loft. Sweet Apple Acres is also up there, and by the time this gets posted, Cloud House will also be up. So once these builds are done and rendered and uploaded, that's kind of when I put the houses up. After that point, not immediately after, obviously, because it's just a matter of whenever I'm in game and when I think about it. But they usually are uploaded after these videos are done. So everything will be, once we are back in gameplay for the LP, all of the houses will be in the gallery. So yeah, I just had a slight issue with Fluttershy's cottage, which I did start building. So by the time this comes out, well, that one is actually already done. I just haven't rendered or dubbed or anything like that. So yay, making progress. We are almost back to getting this LP back on, and I'm actually very excited about it. You know, I started doing these builds and redoing everything just because I was getting a little bored with the gameplay. I don't know why. I think it was just because they were all living in the same house, and it was like, even though I was trying to focus on one, there were still 7 other Sims living in the house, and it was like, okay. And I think this will be a little bit better because I don't have to worry about, oh, okay, we just played with this one person. Oh, now they're sleeping. It'll be a household. We'll be playing and still doing the rotational play, but we won't know what goes on. So, you know, I'm not going to know what happens to Pinkie when I leave her and we go and play the next sim. We're going to come back to Pinkie like, what, 7 episodes later, like on the 7th episode or whatever, you know, and who knows how many sim days will have passed and what will have happened. So it'll be kind of fun because it might get frustrating because I don't know if the game's going to give them jobs if I don't want them to have jobs. But hey, if it automatically still gives unplayed sims that are your still, well, played sims but that you're not currently playing that don't have jobs, if it automatically gives them jobs still, because I mean I've never done rotational play, so I don't really know. But if it does that, Pinkie and Rarity will just have random jobs, so it's fine. And we'll work around it, and I'll probably just leave them in those jobs, because whatever. You know, so I also have aging off, so we won't have to worry about anybody aging up while we're not playing them. So I'll just make sure all the settings are right, so we don't have to worry about that. So it's not like we're gonna have like Sweetie Belle or Scootaloo or anybody else. We're not going to have them aging up or anything on us, so, but that's cool. So, and this will actually give us a little bit more fun. We'll be playing with the entire Apple family. Pinkie Pie lives alone right now, but it was, somebody asked if I was going to have Pinkie Pie live with Mr. and Mrs. Cake. I did not make the cakes, but that is something that I'm considering. So, you know, Pinkie's got her apartment down here, but it's possible I might actually make the Cake family. I don't know if I'll make them have their, I know the Cakes have the twins. They would definitely not have twin babies, but I could make them like children. Dealing with babies, the whole gameplay. But I might make the Cakes and build them a house in what is Pinkie Pie's home lot. At some point, I do just want to actually get back into gameplay because I'm a little burnt out with all of the building that I've been doing for this. So I probably won't do that right away, but it is something I've considered. And there have been some other suggestions for other, you know, ponies to add into the town that we don't already have. So we already do have like Princess Celestia and Princess Luna, so Twilight Sparkle will be able to go visit them now. I've moved Spike in with her. He was living with the princesses, so we'll have that. And, you know, the whole Apple family, Sweetie Belle and Rarity will live together. I think Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy are the only two that live alone because Scootaloo lives with Rainbow Dash now. I know they're not really family, but Scootaloo kind of always looked up to Rainbow Dash, so didn't really have any place for her otherwise, so I kind of wanted to keep them together. And, you know, of course, we still have Derpy and Dr. Hooves running around in town. I did move them into a different lot. Someone actually had made like a really, really awesome like fairy treehouse lot. And then I had placed that in my game just for, you know, just I needed houses around and stuff like that. And I actually moved them into that because it looked really cool and I thought that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so we'll still have all the ponies obviously that we've had. We're just going to have different family structures, so we'll have more that we get to play with. Obviously the focus is still going to be on the 6 main girls, but again, you know, we will have just a few others that are tied into the mix, so it should be a little bit more fun. We're going to be rotating between a bunch of different families and different types of you know, families. So like single sims, big families, small families, that kind of thing. So it'll be interesting. And I think it'll spice it up a little bit because, like I said, God knows what's going to happen. When we are not playing a certain house, we might end up with random craziness. And hey, whatever happens, man. So yeah, I've been kind of rambling about the LP totally and not even talking about the build, but hopefully you're kind of, you know, enjoying it as it's going through. Obviously everything is super pink because it's Pinkie Pie. And obviously, you know, I made her entire apartment kind of a party area. So, you know, she's got her separate bedroom. We've got that nice bathroom, obviously. She's got her tiny little reading study nook and a little area for TV. But the most of it is that party area. You know, it's got the bar. It's got that buffet table kind of thing. It's got tables and stuff and a stereo for all of her friends to come out and hang out. I actually end up at the very end, put in another little table and put that drink tray from spa day out, so, you know, she can fill that, you know, for her friends to come over. Obviously, you can see there's no kitchen because there's a kitchen upstairs, so really didn't think there was a need for an entire kitchen downstairs when all that stuff's upstairs. She can just run upstairs, cook food, have it in the fridge, whatnot. People may be coming over and eating her food, so I might consider, if that starts to happen, people just start taking food out of the fridge upstairs, I might add just a fridge downstairs just for her to store her own food in so people don't keep eating it, but whatever. We'll get to that. I didn't think of that until like just now, but we'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for Pinkie Pie. So I will wrap this part up here. I hope you enjoyed the build. I will see you next time. Remember, give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.